into it.
This was hard to watch.
I do have a crush on you. Like, I have feelings for you. I've been attracted to you since, I think, before you met Adam.
Before? Huh.
Are these feelings mutual? Why or why not?
He knows they're not mutual.
Or not.
I know.
I'm sorry. Very flattered. But it's like it's definitely extra weird because like
No,
we
like,
met through an ex-boyfriend and I'm
yeah.
like clean break and then like we come here and
surprise.
I'm like, hey.
No, I get it. Rate my attractiveness on a scale of 1 to 10.
Attractiveness is subjective.
Wow. Did you go too far, babe?
I'm a really big fan of getting girls out. I think it is super sexy when somebody is like very clearly having a great time and just squirming underneath you. And I don't think that anybody will ever complain about that.
Girl resorted to thinks she might.
Graphic word to use, but okay.
That's wild. This was.
Yeah.
Okay.
That nigga crashed out, yo. He crashed out. He crashed out.
He crashed out?
That's a crash out, bro. Yo,
So,
first of all,
what's wrong with that, though?
All right, let me give you the list. It started off with the Dirty Mac. He met through an ex-boyfriend. So he came with the ex-boyfriend's party and didn't leave.
Yeah.
Then he show up without the haircut and looking like he work at, the video store. Then he asked her to rate him. And she like laughed in his face a little bit.
She didn't want to answer that.
And then he offered to eat her pussy at the end.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yo, man,
I don't know where that came from.
If that's not a crash out, that's the crash out.
When I say, hey, if you're in a friend zone, swing for the fences.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, you strike out and you're not in a friend zone anymore, and she cuts you off. All right, fine. You're better for it going forward.
What's interesting about that particular clip to me was that it's like she didn't understand his humor or his personality. Meaning, like, okay, if you're in the friend zone, right? You should have had conversations kind of about those things to a degree. You get what I'm saying? Or like what you into, he
was out of character.
Not a complete stranger. Yes, it almost looked very out of character.
Yeah.
And kind of to quote you, he swung for the fences when it was like, she wasn't ready. She maybe have never even heard him almost talk like that before. Where
I think it lit the fence on fire.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
He tried to beat it, put it out.
First place, the first thing I would say, man, men, you gotta, if you gotta present, you have to be a presentable package.
Come on
now. Personality is very important, and you could be funny, you could be charming, but trust and believe there are men out there that have good personalities, that are charming, that actually groom themselves, right?
Yeah.
You can't assume like, oh, every good-looking guy, they don't have any charisma, they don't have a sense of humor, they don't have a good personality. Like every good-looking guy is vain or whatever. You got to put yourself together. You understand what I'm saying? To actually level the playing field.
Yeah. He didn't look really put together.
No, and I'm not saying like the chick wasn't like a beauty queen or anything like that. No disrespect or anything like that, but it's like, yo, I think you have to present yourself at the very best that you can.
At least in that moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
Yo, if you're gonna be a slob, at least sell drugs. Like, yo, the dude with the coke's all gonna get his dick sucked. Like, at least like be the pill man or something. Like,
have some bread, right? People that maybe have some bread.
Nigga. Or feed her addiction, something.
I don't know if you lean on things like that, like have the bread, right?
Some people gotta lean on things like that.
No,
right?
I get it, but either way, you can't have bread and still be slob like.
No.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, all right, if you're not the average weight, if you are overweight, it's a way to put yourself together. There's a lot of dudes that are not slim and trim, and they present very well because they know how to manage what they have. It's a. I'm not saying it's an art to it, but if you care enough, you can make yourself look presentable. You understand what I'm saying? He had a vibe of like,
groom yourself. It's a whole bunch of like. He just looked. Come on, bro. He looked unserious about the whole thing.
It was pretty bad.
I think that's why she laughed. It's like, you're not serious. Like, you didn't even go get a little makeup. Yo, you ever see like the Instagram where it's like dude in the barber chair and he grew his hair out, then all of a sudden the barber takes the middle part out and then he puts like a man unit. That's what you get a man unit for. To tell your crush.
Or the baldy.
Or something like, yo, you go all out. Yo, get some fake dreads. Go do something. Do something. Like shake it up a little bit.
He was
man.
like Mike out there, man. You know what I mean? He
just, you know.
Yeah, no,
I don't know, man.
That was
bad. That was bad.
That was wrong.
It was bad, but
Oh,
I have to give him credit that, all right, well, I think the friend zone is a place where no man wants to be, no woman wants to be. And the longer you keep those feelings hidden, the longer you'll be there. So it's like, all right, at least you get yourself out of there.
He was offering the shack though, yo. He was like, yo, I'll shack, like whatever, like, you know what I mean?
No, but you know, like
that was vulgar. That wasn't cool at all. That gave weirdo vibes. Like, see, that's the thing, man. This is what dudes need to realize. Like, if she was attracted to the guy and he said that, it would be super cool, right?
No,
it would be like,
it wouldn't.
For her, it'd be like, okay, like I've thought. If a chick thought about you in a sexual way,
nobody likes anybody desperate.
I hear what you're saying. I would agree with that, right? But if she had ever thought about him in a sexual capacity, he wouldn't look desperate if he's talking about going down on her or whatever like that. But when a guy who she doesn't even see in that light, it comes off creepy.
Yeah, but they were friends, right? So the reason why I bring that up is because, like, I think prior to this, if she found him creepy, they wouldn't be friends. They wouldn't even be where they were right now. So maybe he could have played the ultimate friend role where he
maybe she don't have a car
ever.
He just drove her everywhere. Maybe she could use the fuck out that nigga. Cool.
I mean, that is quite possible. That is quite possible.
Yo, women can use people. Maybe he was saving food. Maybe he liked to go eat and she just went and ate and just listened to this nigga talk. Like,
I just feel like this, right? And I could be wrong, but you know, men who are kind of in the friend zone have either kind of made like, what do you call it, innuendos, or you know, made reference to that I would if I could kind of thing, right?
That's why it's not even worth it.
I would if I could. That almost looked like she just
I would if I could. Like, give me an example.
Like, if you would let me, I'm here to do it, or if I'm the rebound guy, or whatever.
But that's every friend. That's every male friend. Literally ever made.
But when you look at this particular,
ain't no nigga turn down no pussy.
It almost looked like, you know, she was almost kind of taken, like, blindsided by what it was he was talking about.
Well, that's the other side of the coin, though. Like, she could act naive. She knows this guy probably likes her. Exactly. She knows she has the signs that he's attracted to her or he likes her. And
so you go on the show though?
Yo, swinging for the fences. Yeah. Hey,
listen, look, this is how it went. She used to date someone that he knew. They used to be around. He stuck around a little bit because he was still like providing some kind of good or services for her. She drug him along. He was like, fine, I'm here. Let me just cut this off or do something. Like, he went for it. She shot him down. They'll probably never speak again.
Yeah, they got to do like what happens next after that.
Yeah. So I got a question before we move on. Do you think this guy should work on himself to be more appealing to a woman like her, or he should try to shoot for a woman that likes him for the way he is at his current state.
You want to go?
I'll step out there on the on the fucking plank. Well, they always say go with the one that likes you. I've always heard that before. Because when you have to begin to really start now, his physical appearance could have used a little tightening up, right? Let's say when you show, but I mean, in our generation, in our demographic, and even watching young people, you will see people do things totally out of character for the likes or the looks of someone that would be maybe considered a little out of their league, let's just say. Right? So I do believe that there's a balance there. You do know who likes you, right? You get that feeling, right? Like even, us three sitting here with our wives, your wife likes you, you know what I'm saying? Or liked you when you got it started, you know what I mean? It wasn't, you had to work. We each had to do some work to maintain it.
Yeah.
Right. But you knew initially there was a like there. There was a, whether it was maybe they found us physically or maybe our opening lines was just that fire. Right. But when somebody likes you, it's easier to kind of, create the story or begin to, build something.
And you can let your guard down a little bit.
Yeah. So, but for him, per se, I would say maybe a little, you're not going to want to show up on a TV show scruffed out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He probably thought he'd get a little sympathy from him. Like, you ain't going to do this for all these people. She was like, yup.
All right, but GB, don't run from the question. You threw it at,
Oh, no, yeah. That's why I went second. So, my answer's whack. Right. Yeah, both. You should do both. He should work on himself and mess with who like him. But I think first he should work on himself.
Got to work on yourself.
And then while you're working on yourself, she'll come.
As we all are, right? We're all kind of working on ourselves.
Absolutely.
Currently. Even being married and even being in long-term relationships, it's like, you still do work on yourself. You still don't want to look in the mirror and, be super chubbed or
absolutely. Absolutely.
And we're all
My
changing.
My wife like watching them little cop and fireman shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Chicago PD, NYPD fire. You know what I mean? She watched all them shows.
Well, so we're all changing. Right?
Yeah,
exactly. We all have to kind of like adjust to our new selves. Like, yo, man, I looked in the mirror the other day. Super little extra patch of gray I didn't see from before.
Hey.
You dig? And I'm like, okay, well, it's here. It's here, right? I can make some changes. But at the end of the day,
DM Fat Joe and be like, yo, send me some of that.
Let me paint my face. I love you, Fat Joe.
Yeah, I feel like we always have to be working on ourselves.
But you gotta be working on yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Because and it's only going to benefit you in the future, right? Even if you can't, the women that do like you, they'll like you even more.
Yeah.
Even if you can't get that woman that you like, so work on yourself.
Work on yourself.
Shout out to AD Smith. He put in the message. He said he might have accepted that friend zone, hoping he can
pull out a little closer.
Sneak his way in. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he tried to.
That's actually a strategy for some dudes, man.
A lot more than you would think.
Yeah,
right? Hang around.
It's all I see. Like that's all. When I see a dude with a female and they're friends, that's all I see. Our best friend, this nigga's waiting to smash. My best friend doing this. My best friend. Oh, we out. Like it's my friend. All right.
Yeah.
Mess around.
You gotta give him the chance.
Yeah. How many friends did he have, yo? All right, let's go to the next subject. Let's go to the next.
All right. Where we going next?
Let's go to the top of the list. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant was on the Breakfast Club this week. Shook things up a little bit, yo. We got a couple of clips from her talking.
Okay. All right. So I start from the top.
Yeah. You go